F4Q to basically come back from what was arguably one of the most one-sided maps we've seen here at Masters Berlin.
Let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes, because this is now just madness between these two, and there's so much to be said about the map veto, the agents, but we'll dive into that once this pistol round has kind of found the end result. Already 5K going to get first contact and isolates Dapper pretty comfortably. A nice flash to follow as well. A little confirmation on attendance, and 5K, this should be comfy. What is going on with Sentinels there? Awkward trading capabilities, maybe depending a little on TenZ's presence to cause a bit more problems, but it's not had the impact they want, but at lower HP. Don't write it off yet, it's still TenZ, but it's a 1v4. Shutting that door and sending TenZ all the way back. Zumba just on that corner. The rest waiting patiently. This is now a matter of patience. We're going to have 4 alive, and that's what they want to keep.
Put TenZ in a 1v4 in the pistol round.
There we go.
Do we start as we mean to carry on? First
challenge maybe Bunny, or someone takes contact maybe from Madonna. It looks like Bunny will be the first challenge. He's tucked himself in so deep, though. Tough angle to clear, and Bunny's got it. Okay, F4Q, round 1 in the pocket. Now, let's actually talk a little about Breeze coming in here, because this was something that caught our eye.
Yes.
And we're going to see how that echoes further in this tournament.
Again, there's always going to be a discussion around a match like this of what's it worth, right? And
Correct.
I know the Death started touching on this, and I actually like this concept of kind of protecting the map pool. On the side of Sentinels, we don't want to give too much away, but also we don't want to go to maps where potentially, you know, we've addressed our Instaban, we've addressed, you know, other maps like Bind, Icebox, and especially when you're coming off the back of that loss from G2, where there's going to be a lot of people now with a fine-tooth comb going through all the footage available.
Everything. Every single thing.
It's very interesting. Again, Breeze something that Sentinels have shown they can play it.
Sure.
But what's the validity of that against some of the other teams at this stage of the tournament? A couple of Marshals invested here, Lauren. Again, I think Sentinels
TenZ,
just,
Marshall,
shocker.
Full buy.
Shocker,
basically. Yeah, just throw a classic on the side of it and you're doing pretty well. But Sick has been found first and foremostly, so that's going to be a good start. They're probably quite pleased with that. And see if TenZ get anything else going. No one's really peeking overzealously. You can see them sitting relatively deep, but the purchase isn't phenomenal for F4Q either. So 5K, caution going to be shown on that angle. Will be willing to fall back from it.
Yeah, at this point, just looking for them to manage this round as best as possible. Again, looking for majority left standing and carry those weapons across.
Got a nice crunch towards his site. There's no one sitting, I guess, quick CT side. That Sky can hit the rotation quickly, but there's a fair amount of pressure on Esperanza and Zunba. Still got the pop flash, plenty of walls to work off as well, so keep your eyes on what Zunba does with this if he feels like he can. But the problem is now he's alone. Esperanza's gone down, now he's got troubles, and away he goes. Dips out of the site, he joins his comrade towards that CT side, but Sentinels, they've got the site and probably a decent post plant.
They have indeed. Only two Marshals, but TenZ will open up. There's
He's seen another.
He's seen another. No damage done, though.
Okay, Bunny finds it through the wall. Something they desperately needed was a quick kill to come in before that momentum swung and his post-plant became too much to handle. Shaz only good for 1, but it's Zoms in a 1v1. Classic by his side, 5K. Better equipped, but the timing, he's playing this nicely, Zoms. He's playing around that pillar, he finds the angle, he gets the shot as well. Sentinels are always scary, and it's a thrifty round in the pocket. And maybe we talk about TenZ on the Marshal, but the rest of them super diligent too.
Really well played, actually, and that's after Zumba being able to escape and effectively add an extra body to that retake. Esperanza, very late usage of the wall as well. Again, just anticipating that, and it's the sort of thing I look to here, really, is kind of not over-investing in the early round again. At this point, I think they've had a pretty good idea it was going to be towards that B site, but things right back, 1-1. On the other side, 2 Marshals invested here. So again, same thing goes. F4Q just looking to do a little damage here.
I do want to see if Sentinels do start exploring tunnel, and I always like to see if teams start leaning towards it, especially without that Cypher, see how it works with the KJ, see how the utility kind of plays out. For now, Zoms is the one testing that, kind of, you know, dipping the toe. Not too much to write home, really, just as said. Maybe feeling out for a stack, making sure they keep in mind where players are. They had a fair amount of contact through on that A site, so a B lean's not a bad shout.
I think Sentinel's got a pretty good idea of what's going on here, and it will be a wide open B site for them. The wall's going to go up.
TenZ, good positioning from him here.
Shazam's in a big spot, actually.
Oh, excuse me, it is Shazam. This is going to be the interesting one if he actually gets the timing right, but he's actually fallen back towards site, so the three players... Yeah, you're right. So this could be interesting to see how this one develops. Bunny did find Dapper, so it's the next step, but Sick pushed up here is in a nasty spot for Bunny to clear. And Shazam maybe starting to feel that pressure. The timing starts to work out well. He can fall away, 20 HP, needs to slip away a little, make sure he's untradeable to that classic, spams away. Really well handled under pressure there for Shaz, but again, we didn't see too much, I guess, mayhem being created for F4Q to find those opportunities.
No, and only one kill as well. It's only Dapper to lose out on one weapon effectively. Again, 10s on 3 and 2. You're going to have decent progress already here towards the Blade Storm. And I guess a round later than expected, but now the opportunity to convert what would in essence be a bonus round. But the fact that they flip round 2,
delayed, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So a little off kilter here in terms of the timeline, but 5K got the Seekers online. Bunny one away from the Blade Storm as well. See, decent ultimate progression on both sides of the scoreboard.
Quick flash towards middle. Going to give away that there's at least early intent, but it is Shaz and Tens building through this. But oh no, that's not good for Zumba. That's really bad position, being caught out. Maybe assuming that that player leaning a little deeper would have seen that. It wasn't even available as an angle. Tens just going to keep powering forward. 5K's not got a hope in hell. Sentinels just won every single mid battle and then went, well, I guess we can peek the sights then.
I guess we can start swinging into double doors and whatnot. I actually thought Tens connected with that bullet there on that transfer, but the Prime Gaming flawless coming through for Sentinels. Again on the back. This initial flash, it obviously gives away the information, but at that point, I'm not so sure about the double walk. Again, Zumba's holding onto elbow there to make sure there's no counter peek, I guess, on the back of that flash, but I almost feel like Bunny's in no man's land there, kind of drifting down. There's nothing in place behind that flash for F4Q.
And now you can see again the money's going to just start being ripped away, and Bunny looking for an opportunity, and it is so, I don't know, strange to see him on anything but that raise, but we'll see that diligence coming through as he's going to be actually around behind them. This is a bit of a dream come true. If Athena can buy a bit of time, be a bit of a nuisance, tag him up a bit, show some presence, and there we go. Bunny does find one. Shaz now goes down. You can see the quickness trying to be added to this hit, but he's so aware. Bunny even turns around. What a read from Bunny. Full awareness now, gets himself out a little overzealous, and Tens will drag you right back down to earth.
Esperanza with a Marshall in hand. And actually, one shot on one, but Tens dashing all over the place. We'll find the final kill there. Sentinels go 4-1 ahead. Decent damage done at this point. A couple of rounds strung together. It's not really worth much unless they win the next round and force a full repurchase here. Bunny in a position right behind Shazam to find that. Sick will follow up, but I love the awareness here from Bunny. Anticipating Dapper to come through and go, just reinforce that control.
Yeah, and while all this happens, obviously Tens has just been the absolute linchpin of that round for Sentinels. Without him, that could have looked extremely different, but hey, look, it must be nice to have Tens. I mean,
oh yes,
almost not unquestionably, but truly one of the better players this game has had to this point.
Well, I mean, last time we saw Tens on Breeze, it looked like a deathmatch lobby,
yeah,
I'll be honest.
It was pretty brutal.
32 and 7 last time.
Yeah, he's quite good.
He's
not bad,
he's
that
right,
player.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's all right. And I love the entire narrative behind Sentinels, even leading into this, like finding their form, and these players just seem to gel so well together. And Tens is just, as said, the cherry on the cake, truly. At this point, though, we do have the buy coming out for F4Q, so this could be where they do a little more. The pop flash is not going to catch off too many of the players, but the swing from double door does. Athena actually managing to find Tens there with a bit of a draw of attention, maybe towards that elbow side, connector side, and the top of mid. So nice approach there. Good first pick. We haven't seen many untraded first picks here.
No, and that's actually something important to keep note of. If now with Sentinels start feeling themselves, Tens start feeling Bunny does catch the timing there on Shazam's cross. But look towards Tens being kind of isolated early on in mid, being that solo aggressor for Sentinels. If F4Q can shut that down, it's a start. Zom's actually going to backstab Zumba and Ness, so that opens up B side actually in a split potential, but 5K there with a
30
headshot.
seconds left.
I'm glad they were still keeping it in mind. I was getting worried that was left wide open for the walk-up, but it is down to 2, Dapper and Sick. Having to respect this. Esperanza on the back of the site, patience being shown. Doesn't need to overpeak this, can call for rotations. They're a little further out, so buying time is also high on the priority list. 13 seconds, he does go down, but it's very well traded in the end by 5K. And now Sick in the 1v3 has got Seekers, has 2 flashes to play with as well, just maybe equaling out that prior flash. And I love that flash behind him so he can get the peek on it. He doesn't find the player, but now he does. 5K's gone down, Seekers go out. He is all in on this one, but he knows they're close. Can't spray well enough, and Athena is right there. F4Q back in the game.
Again, just before that round started, looking for them to force the full repurchase here, and that round win will do just that. We'll keep the Sentinels economy shackled for the time being. Again, little respect, Sick just throwing everything in to try and close that one out. But it's these 2 first kills, again, Shazam following up solo as well, after actually F4Q. I mean, you see that in the kill feed, you think, we should push a little bit. Should we explore mid a little bit?
Maybe.
Thank you!
Well, it's seeming like that one was gifted to them, but they did have to work for that one.
Hey, look, if they're starting to work out how to control middle a little, and even if it is that op coming to play, a little bit of nice, you know, I guess awareness of that mid pressure, I want to see what the response is from Sentinels, because I feel like they're going to feel a bit red there, and they might now apply pressure elsewhere. So it looks like that's already the case. Walking up through Tube as well, you're going to have a couple of players progressing that way. Dapper being one already, going to show presence, so Zumba's got to be real careful. He's in between a rock and a hard place. Look at this, already going to be chunked down. We'll get it back, but by this point you can see Zoms has already progressed quite nicely with Dapper. There we go, just combine the 2. We stand. At this point though, Sentinels have so much map control. Look at the site. Like, this is a horrible position for Athena. They have completely crunched the site perfectly. Great approach on the back of it. Bunny is still around, but it's 5K. That's a big kill coming in on Dapper.
It's actually down to a 3v3 here. Ten's posted up. Try and hold this angle, but all 3 members of F4Q stacked up here, and actually again late investment of the wall. Good opportunity for the retake, but Tens, like I said, posted will find 5K.
Oh, you know he's looking for that next pick too. Just maybe a second off that little step out there from Bunny. Shazam outdoes him, and now down to 1. Esperanza kind of deep towards CT2. Not a clean way to work back in. Shaz can't be at that point, but I love what they did there. That sight hit on A looked so well considered. The push up through Hall, the limited amount of fight back, and then by the time they've got the door open, what was Athena ever meant to do? Well,
the problem being there, obviously, the crunch comes in through Switch, and the recon bolt actually going behind Athena. There's nobody from Bridge that can help him out there.
Nope.
So it's almost like he has to either hold that angle, or he has to swing towards Switch when the door opens. And it's that kind of 3 to 4 seconds where everything's happening for Athena. So they isolate that kill, but F4Q responds almost immediately there on the back of Bunny, and then I don't remember, I think it might have been 5K that found the second kill there to kind of shut that down, but at that point, damage is done. They're in the site. Another round here. Sheriff's a shorty. Ultimate's available, but in this round, questionable. And again, Sentinel's going to look to
they found a way to exploit it. Yeah, this is easily exploitable, and they found a way to consistently do this. This time, however, of course, for F4Q, they are on the pistols, so it's a little less of a worry to deal with, and harder with a lack of utility to deny. But I think that's something they need to address now. The Sentinels have an easier way in, and there's no playback in through double door. Still a player lingering around, but you can see Bunny and Esperanza not with the best opportunities here.
Alright, that's well fine, Shazam. Tens will trade it. Bunny now, Sheriff in hand. Can't do any further damage here, but 4 members of the Sentinels still alive and kicking. Flash will actually catch, so they know that he's somewhere here. Expecting to start hunting. Tens will run the old bait for them.
Just trade me, guys. Trade me. Doesn't even need it.
They got his trade.
Yeah, easy peasy. Well, now here's the problem. They need to address that Hall presence coming through. They've now had a couple of rounds with that being an issue. But then again, Sentinels could just ignore that part of the map now.
And again, with this composition in particular, yes, you can talk about Athena, but for me, it's Bunny. You get that operator online, and it's one of those positions you can just put him in, hyper focus on that.
Yeah. Again, but then again, the other side of the coin, Sentinels can go, we don't need to do it again. We can pretend we're going to do it. We could show a little leg and then go somewhere else. There's plenty of option here.
I think at this point, if they start getting very proactive, Dapper can just be more of a rat than he usually is. And that's when he'll fight. Because again, they haven't explored area. They haven't really had any rounds where Dapper's become a factor. If we start pushing out and Dapper finds a 1v1 somewhere, or is able to lurk in bottom mid towards that cannon position, then that's when I'll start getting worried. Because F4Q then have 2 or 3 rounds to play catch up once again.
And here's the switch up back to that mid piece that did get answered to an extent with that A play, which is made very uncomfortable if someone's been hitting tube. So this is actually Sentinels doing this lovely like leapfrog, of, almost a game of chess. They're countering the piece of adaptation that F4Q has come up with. Now at this point though, there's the ult now being popped and there's problems galore. Fina's in so much trouble. Yeah, he's down. Sight's now available. They can even send another just to see if they get it. Zumba's there. Pop flash, in we go. Good catch on a few, but it's not enough to do the damage. The rotations are called in. Now already the spike's being planted. Sentinels are in a great position here.
Planted.
Oh, indeed. There's Tens actually coming up towards top mid here, and he's going to have a... Yeah,
Look
this
at
is
this.
a dirty angle. They're not going to be anticipating this at all, but look
Bunny.
at bottom mid here. Yeah, Bunny, indeed.
It's still Bunny. Now, Bunny's not being subtle with this, though, but he has found every Tens. Oh, that was right on the edge, but Shazam on the side is being the absolute pillar of strength that was required. Zumba's made it to the back of the pillar, but yeah, I don't think he was going to get away with that for much longer, and Bunny's opportunities have now dwindled. Now they're down to nothing, and this is the mind games that Sentinels are just flawless at playing at, knowing exactly how to pressure those kind of pain points that F4Q are trying to address.
Enemy kill.
Really tough. Bunny will get a consolation. Shazam and Sick will be the last two to survive, but I got to say, in that scenario, knowing full well that Shazam has Hunter's Fury, either Zumba or Athena has to challenge that Aldro, allowing that to come through and not just find a... I don't think it even finds the tag initially, but Shazam is able to locate a player, that being the problem. And the second one, that's just straight through his right for getting the tag on that recon bolt. But yeah, in that scenario, if you're going to lean that heavily towards B, you got to make sure that your boy on site's not going down, especially to something like a blind Hunter's Fury towards back pillar, because that pressure's building up towards A main. Even if he jumps out from one side or the other, more than likely he's going to die.
Yeah. A little bit of a different adjustment here, going for that elbow playthrough, and it's quite quick. They're using Sky to full potential to show intent, but there's going to be the KJ ult as well. Pushes them towards that backside of pillar, and they're very aware of this, so I wonder what they've got to clear this out. Maybe just guns out, walk on in, but there's a 4-player lean this side. Now here comes that split through connector though. 6 here, flash goes in, does pop it towards the site. There's the fight in middle still happening. Tens did find Bunny, so that's a big fight one, and that was very messy in middle, and this is all being won out so far by at least Tens' position. He's sliced in between them. There's still 2 players towards the site. Can he clear them? Yes, he can. Of course he can. It's Tens. Chaz by his side. Again, the pressure coming to that site. There's so many angles to deal with.
Absolutely, and the split through from mid is ultimately what secures that for them. Tens now 14-4. The wind heavily in Sentinel's sail.
Do you reckon it's windy out there on Breeze? It's tropical breeze?
Breeze joke.
I'm just saying, like, would you say there was a nice, like,
We're
warm
scraping
breeze?
the barrel already.
I was going to start singing Wham! If you're not
weather
careful.
jokes.
You ever seen that segment, like the weather girl who said she's like, "Ah, so pale," and she just, they didn't realise they're back live? You not seen that?
No, big swing and a miss.
Well, that's a bad miss.
8-2 though. Now Sentinels, and again F4Q back on a purchase. Bunny with the Blade Storm in hand, but can just as one side, actually even more so than last time, unless this ends out 8-4. Okay, actually going to try and pop through this wall, but dapper in position. The response is there, actually. Tens finally cleans that one up onto Esperanza. Sight heavily in control here. Bunny on the flank though again.
Yeah, but need to see it convert into a round now. Zumba does find Chaz, okay. Now this is, let Tens work time. You make noise, he's going to find you. Don't do that. The man's just a hunter at this point. And now 2v2, we have Bunny
Let go B here.
working around. Now, Bunny's going to catch at least the cross. Now, I wonder how long they look towards this angle. They will check this, surely. He's quite deep on the angle, actually. Hold on. This is a nice way to do a bit of a deeper off angle. That's one spot. The second can call for help. Doesn't need to overpeak, because you know Tens will be wanting to punish that. And actually, Tens gets to move on. But look at the adjustment from Zumba. Super close towards the site. He's going to hear enough of his presence, and Tens is just gambling that plant. He has no idea where Zumba's going to be at this point. It's just get the rifle out and hope for the best. It's probably going to be a shot in the back. How is... Zumba's waiting so long for support to get there, I understand, but it's given Tens a bit of freedom. Given him a moment to strike, and the readjustment. He might spot the cross. He decides to pull the trigger, but the adjustment... Oh, Tens! You're an animal! How does he do it? How do you do that?
That was absolutely disgusting. The readjustment there, I think actually that's a throw out a couple of bullets and dash away. He wasn't even expecting to land that, but the adjustment, absolutely beautiful. I'll say that, got to credit, yes, Zumba waited a long time for that, but Bunny again, I guess, trying to do this adjustment.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah, okay, man.
Nice. Oh
What?
Man, that is... And even, and you're right, it's like Zumba's perspective is like, I did everything, man. I was patient,
Yeah,
I didn't
the
know the
flash,
peak,
yeah,
like it was
yeah.
all good, and then you just got tensed. It happens to the best of people.
Imagine getting 10.
Couldn't be
Crazy.
me. And now, it's the last go of this half, 92. Be commanding at this point. 10's on the op. Tucked away in the corner. And 5K, pop flash comes in. Well, not even a pop flash, deep flash comes in, and 10's follows. There's the ult coming out as well, just going to force them into unfavorable scenarios, and 10's just lives in this mayhem. This is his comfort zone already as 5K is surrounded. I think they're going to check on this. I wonder how much he gets. Nothing. Sick denies it. This is clean from start to finish. Maybe not.
Fine, that's it, a headshot
What a
on the way
fake.
out. Again, there's a couple more to deal with to get anything going there. Sentinels will close out 10-2, an actual improvement on the previous performance. Again, F4Q did start on the defense, and it was 8-4, but...
Hypoc, 10's has 20 frags.
Yeah.
I think the desk needs to break that down as we need to take a breath. So we're going to hand right back over to them. Give us your thoughts so far, folks.
It's not aggressive. Give me more.
He wants more. We're diving back in with some more. Pansy and Hypoc, take it away.
I told you we're going to find out, you know, how deep the rabbit hole goes, and, well, we're right back into it. This is truly the late night madness we're jumping into, and, well, it's got to start strong for F4Q, and it's not, really. They're already 2 players down.
Yeah, that's not the start to the second half you
It's
want
not.
to see.
It's not. You're right.
Zumba's still up, though, so maybe Doug will get his dream. That's.
We hope Doug gets his dreams.
I hope so.
We love Doug.
We do.
He's a cheerful soul. He hasn't been broken yet. He's still believing
He's
in
still
the Euro
pure.
dream.
He's
Yeah.
still pure.
So excited. And oh, Shaz. Oh no. Shaz, the dream breaker. That's 1. That's 2. Line him up, knock him down, and there it is. Doug's hopes and dreams on Zumba right now. Oh, it's a jumping classic. It's not what you wanted to see.
Starting the round off with a prime gaming flawless here for Sentinels. 11-2 F4Q. I mean, if it's me, I'm forcing. I'm running it down.
Yep.
I'm trying to find something. I don't think they've got an awful lot to take away from this map. Again, things way more one-sided than last time, which is a crazy concept when you think about it, but...
Look, Sentinels want to get this done, move on from it. And again, I think this kind of comes back to that conversation about map pool. They've shown that they are actually pretty diligent at playing this. They're happy. They're just letting 10s off the leash right now.
The other thing is you just look at the number of rounds won out by just killing everyone in the enemy team. There's none of this kind of structured set pieces. There's not really...
There's
like I
good
said,
reads,
last time it looked like a deathmatch lobby. It's looking very similar again. Sentinels actually giving nothing away with such a dominant performance there.
Well, no, they don't have to depend on that sort of thing right now. We haven't seen enough of a fight back. Now Esperanza has punished Shazam's early exploration, but Sick wants to go for a little wander as well. Now, the sad fact for him is that F4Q are very deep right now, so this is going to be a long journey. And there's the first one. It's 10's in trouble. And we do be playing DM right now. Sick is all the way by their spawn. Fun and sunshine, there is enough for everyone, as George Michael once said. Sick. Gonna see 1, 2, and oh lordy, what the hell is going on here? Okay, Athena, where's this round?
I just watched every single one of the Sentinels players smile and go, what the hell, when they've died in this round. But they keep pushing. Dapper's got himself tucked in now with 2 nano swarms to work off. Zumba has actually managed to get all the way to the back lines. Doug gets his dream. Dapper will be shut down with a flank. And it's Zoms now called upon in a 1v3. See what he can get done here. Got a Spectre, Snake Bite. Still has his Poison Orb, but obviously the wall invested elsewhere. Athena needs to be that first target. Ideally 45 HP. Actually, spot 1, so he's got to make a move now.
Expecting the players on the cross, but it was Athena. And as you said, you wanted him to be that first contact, maybe take the fight, and all went as planned. I mean, what a normal round we had there.
Yeah, I think we're looking forward to a Telestrator segment just after this map to break that one down, Lauren. See exactly where things went wrong. I really want to know exactly how Zumba got into that position right here. Look, on a platter.
It's all topsy-turvy.
Maybe that's Doug's second dream, is to see a Yoru round actually broken down on the analyst wall.
You know, don't let your dreams be memes. You know, you gotta chase them. For now, F4Q.
A hero rifle for Dapper.
Yeah, but look at this top flash. Look at it! Yeah! Oh, you thought Stewie was the smoke criminal. I mean, he made it famous, but Zomba's got a whole lot of utility just being lobbed his way. TP comes in, Doug grinning ear to ear. Look at him. Sheer joy, but TenZ shuts it down. There's no happiness, as TenZ's sweet smile is the only one we may have here. And now we still have that hero rifle knocking around. Dapper has heard these steps, and he's ready. One. Spike spotted. Esperanza a little deeper, though. Crosshair placement not quite where he needs to be, but the adjustment's real sharp. Sips himself in a safer position to take the 1v1 if needed. He can fall away from this. He's seen the spike. He knows their intention. Of course, for a bit of support. Chaz, tap away. I know the Spectre's good at range. Use it. Why are you laughing?
Because I've seen that go wrong so many times. Bunny now 24 HP. A 1v2, the spike. Still a lot of distance to close. And Dapper posted. And it'll be tapped out. Dapper will find the headshot.
Gun here.
Sentinels put themselves on map point here on Breeze.
Match point.
F4Q back down to scraps. See what they can muster together here. Zumba opening up around though, Laura.
You'd love to see it.
Whoop. That's the only replay I wanted to see that round,
Yeah,
actually. The only one.
That's it. Magic. 12-3. The observers finding the bears now. And if you're wondering why the mood's a little jovial, because this doesn't have a direct impact on either teams necessarily, being eliminated or any of the such. This is just kind of closing out the stage we're in, as we all know where the teams are going after this. We are seeing Sick knowing where he wants to go, but the problem is there's a player just off to the side, and actually, yeah, it's Zumba, of course it is. Why wouldn't he be there?
Of course. Able to actually come back and rejoin the backside of this execute, actually on the back of the lockdown being invested. The wall will actually split off the rest of site, but TenZ will have a pocket to slip back into here. Bunny's got to be cautious, but no damage coming through just yet.
TenZ is pushing up. We know what this Marshall can do. Already been shown by Heat once, and now TenZ fancies a bit of that too. Pinging out a couple here. Knows one's on the site. Gonna actually get a little closer to it. TenZ! No one's fighting TenZ! Someone please stop him! Oh, finally, Bunny does it! And now a 2v2! Bunny and Athena, the last two alive here, trying to do some work for F4Q, but they've been slowed down. And look at this, the spike's still on the site. It's been lost. It's just out of reach. And these two are just going to set up the firing squad. Lock it down. What can they do to get around this? Bunny with a Marshall, Athena with the rifle, there's Dapper with the first, it's Shaz actually to claim it, and now one. It's all on Bunny, the tag ain't enough, it's Shaz to close, 13-3. F4Q, so this could be closer than Breeze we just had, but it does look like Sentinels have a hot date they gotta get to. They are just speeding through this one so far, but still, we have a couple of more characteristic pieces like Bunny back on the raise, a couple of those concepts that did look pretty nice with F4Q here.
Yeah, for sure, actually, last time, credit to Zumba and Esperanza, who both individually had some big rounds for F4Q, so a chance for this to be a little more interesting than Breeze, that's for sure. But again, I've got to see some big indicators in the early rounds here. Last time, Sentinels did start on the defense as well. F4Q can get themselves off to a better start this time around, as they're going to get full mid control here. Again, the wall up towards ropes here to prevent any split coming through towards A. Well, I say that. There's also a Shazam on top of it.
Well, this is going to slow progress, isn't it? Oh. Even a little bit of chip damage towards Bunny, down to 48. So I need to peel away from that for now. Look, leaning a little close towards TenZ. He knows what's coming his way now. Good indicator of presence. Bunny going to just fly on through. We know it by now. And it looks towards CT a little too early. Dapper just came through a second later. And now he can catch this cross. Swing back and forth with Sick just by his side, and TenZ in support. This is a lovely crossfire and a very hard one for F4Q to break down. It's a lot of push and pull, and too many angles and too many players. And there's now just Zumba.
Just one left. And they're coming jump beacon. We're prime gaming flawless to kick things off here on Split. And that's definitely not the start you wanted to see, but like I said last time, Sentinels did convert the first two. Actually, in the first 2 rounds, F4Q actually managed to get Spike plus. Okay, that must be nice.
Because he needed.
Yeah, he needs freebies like that through the smoke, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. We go back in, and again for F4Q, these boys just need to try and break it back down somehow. I mean, easier said than done by all accounts. But hey, they made damage before, they made headway before. Going to lean a little more on that, but it's hard to tame Sentinels. If they're not the team that's going to be overly aggressive. They're not going to play completely carefree. They are just more confident. They're just playing a little more risky, but by a very fine margin still. Contact made towards the A site. There is still that lurking towards middle, but a very quick rotation coming out from Sentinels.
F4Q will proceed cautiously, but back towards mid with the spike here on the back of Esperanza. 10s now. Tucked up inside Mayo, I think actually got this angle towards the backside of the box. Oh no, actually just holding off angle in front of it. Again, the tripwire will confirm that there are people bottom mid. Actually, F4Q, well, they're heading towards Garage, but Dapper's still got his utility set up inside there with the spy cam on site as well. So that's why we're seeing Sentinels now push towards mid proactively on the back of that gunshot. They'll be in position to greet F4Q on B site as well. 10s will finally open up. 30 seconds left now. F4Q just have to run at this, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they haven't been given many ways in. That's a big one, though, actually. Gonna make it a bit of a problem, but there's the longer route coming through from the suicide, which is going to be Shazam working in. And a good catch in the end. I thought maybe some of that mid presence would have caused problems, but no, there was still the next layer towards that. Sentinel still keeping it in check. And 2 on the board now, so comfy stuff.
And get no real damage done either.
No.
Nothing really for them to rely on actually coming back into this again. Sentinel's good opportunity to ride through some of these SMGs. I think actually, yeah, Zoms has upgraded. Dapper obviously holding on to that Phantom from the previous. And ultimate progress just not there for F4Q either, so that's a pretty cut and dry round for them here.
Oh, look at those observers showing us the little setups at the start. You love to see it. Shout out to obviously Sapphire, Prius, and Yeti being incredible the entire event.
Bomb buddy out.
And now we have to nice to see a silhouette out there. And now we wait and see what this rifle round can do. Now, on the other side, that's 4 players working up mid here. We're going to have maybe the Lear in, wall goes up, and here we go. It's quite systematic so far for F4Q, but there is still Sick up here. You did manage to see a couple of others just a second ago, so they're not far from this. And for now, no frag on the other side. You can see the utility that somewhat denied this quicker piece they were maybe looking at as Shazam starting to lean over a little as well. Contact made towards B main.
That wall going to cause problems for Shazam, though, in terms of getting behind F4Q.
Is there a swing on this? There is. Look at that little set piece. Just these small plays. It only gets them 1, but again, that is still going to be the Spectre here. Can't quite utilize that one way he wanted. Gets punished from heaven. Shaz, you're right. He was slowed down a little more here. This isn't bad from F4Q, but still, 10s is being a nuisance, being a problem. Playing that pillar like his life depends on it, and Zumba, well, it might just be. Timing going to be awkward on the left side as well. Sees him. There it is. 5K on the site. Another 1v2. Zoms looking for the way in. 2 towards the backside of site as well. Double stacked here. Tricky to swing around on. What's he got in mind for it? There's the plan. Pulls Zumba a little closer. 5K still just fine. Zoms needs to find this. It's such a tricky post-plant position to defuse. High angle, low angle. He's trying to clear all the other potentials, and now he's decided, right, this has to be it. This is where they're going to be. I'm still going to try and get that. Whoa!
No way, Zoms!
That spray couldn't have been better. Zoms, that's a nasty bit of work from him, and I love the methodical approach in that. He checked every other possibility. Okay, is it a crossfire from backside? Maybe towards lobby main? Maybe he's hit? No. Everything came into place. Beautiful patience.
Again, still having that utility to come online at that scenario. Zoms goes massive for Sentinels. Again, 3rd round in the bag. Again, the stuns. The wild swing on the first, but again, the Phantom of that. Again, you can see they're pretty happy about that one. Dapper gonna go full horizontal after that one.
Absolutely, that's what a Red Bull clutch can do for you. At this point, though, now sadly the money's been kind of ruined on the side for F4Q. And to be fair, in that round, they made a great go of things, dealing with that little set piece that came out towards Heaven. That wasn't bad, but now the problem is Sentinels, I mean, it feels like they can't miss.
Everything going their way. We're going to have 5K in Zumba actually throw a Judge and a Vandal into this one. A 1-for-1 initially. As well, going to try and respond with a little bit of support from Shazam inside Vents there, but dude, actually Zom's got to be careful. He's down to 5 HP. He's been forced back towards elbow. Esperanza. Zom's actually fully aware of it, and Shazam's going to try and clear this out for him, but Esperanza will land a headshot there.
I mean, Shaz did just run at that,
oh, yeah.
dropping down, rifle in hand. You can tell the mood. Esperanza.
The timing, no way, man.
Oh, that's a bit of a heartbreaker. 5K though. Could be kind of interesting. Over. Yeah, this isn't terrible, and 5K is going to catch him on the way back through. So here we go, 5K. You got to do some work here. That's one. Spots it. Now knows it. Tensor has closed the gap. He's so good at this. He outplays his opposing number so readily. But look at Bunny still trying to make work happen here with that 5 HP. It is still rough. 10's full HP. Zoms gets isolated. Good shot. That's the big one. But 10's is going to get around now. Old Tommy still on the case.
Bunny actually got his paint shell back online with that kill as well. So an opportunity to deny the defuse coming through, or even the half coming through.
Yeah, but 10's, he knows this. He's so ready. Steps away. Maybe considering there could have been a nade off the back of that. Now goes back through. And now they've got to make the peaks. Couldn't quite get it to half. And there's Bunny. Lovely shot from Bunny there. And that's the man you wanted to see. Bunny coming online in this. And also a couple of nice pieces coming together there for F4Q. Exactly what they needed in this matchup.
Yeah, again, and even though 5K arguably holds on to his dismiss a little too long, he does what's necessary, which is find this information on the second player. The Tense just charges him down. Again, this kill here. Zom's obviously still being very low HP. And I don't think actually any opportunity for Zoms to get any closer to regroup at least so they can stack up.
There.
But nice little reset from F4Q as well. They find that kill, both of them wrapping back towards stairs. The plant's good for Heaven, so nice little post plant there in response.
Yeah, real nice. And you're right, I mean the money's now depleted from Sentinels. They're down to, it's a Shiko, it's 3. There is a Spectre though with Zoms. On the other side, full rifles, so they're happy. An early contact on that B side. Maybe just, I hope they try and feel out if there is a stack. There is, I mean, it was a heavier lean towards B at the start, but that has been somewhat dissipated now.
Ten's making his way over towards screens on 8. And Dapper just tucked inside his spy cam, so F4Q now have to re-explore all these close angles in mid here. Still 2 players up in Heaven, but no male control right now for Sentinels other than Shazam, who just throws a shoulder. The Cloud Burst will confirm it. F4Q still pushing towards it, though.
Couldn't make anything on that. And that's good work so far for F4Q. Everything working out. Yes, they traded a player, but that's just fine. They'll take that for the site now being in their favor. Spike's on the way in. And the last 2, as we noted earlier, were towards that A side.
30 seconds left.
Still got a little ways to go. Again, at this point, Sentinels look to do some damage. I mean, unless they can get this retake.
Sure. I mean, that's...
Give it a go.
I'm sure they'll take it if they
you?
can. Don't think they're going to be allowed too much of that. I'm looking at the time.
Let's play an exits, yeah.
Yeah.
And no possibility of even retrieving the weapon that's down in garage, and 4Q right now not giving anything away. They definitely don't want to lose a weapon in this scenario.
Careful, Bunny. There it is. Got a little nervous then.
A little bit, yeah.
With that little bit of a wider swing, and I just see 2 players staring at him, but he's just fine. They make it out. As we said, one rifle gone isn't the end of the world. We take that every day for the actual round on the board. Shaz not being able to quite make it away in time. And the push through towards the side. That was the one real, maybe danger if you could have seen something from it, but nothing beyond that. And yeah, just fine at the end by Bunny there too.
I think Bunny stays a little longer than maybe you'd anticipate, because he's the one that's going to get the showstopper on the back of that regardless. He has that available now with those kills. You see he's going to set up very early here, potential for a double satchel. We see one early on here.
Let's go, Bunny. Oh, just about making away, and he still just leaps into the arms. Oh, I happily watch this guy any single time he wants to go flying in like that, but didn't work out yet. Now, and at this point, 5K, Athena, and Zunba. What you gonna do? Fight towards heaven? No. Tens. Quick stamp of authority on that. Zumba's patience could pay off, but no real reason for them to explore middle just yet.
Spike slowly making its way. Zumba actually in position to find tens. He oversteps the mark slightly, but see what the knock-on effect of that, if anything. Look at that, Zombs will swing out of garage. Find the spike now, and an unwinnable round for Zumba. And whether or not he can find another kill, an ultimate progression. The economy in check. Will do some damage at least to the side of Sentinels. Dapper's creeping. Will he give him one?
Let's see, 13 seconds.
10
Zumba.
seconds left.
Gonna get Dapper. Anything else? Spike's nowhere near to hand. Never was at this point. And Sentinels will be fine. And another will trickle onto the board.
See how much Zombs wanted to swing that there. He's like,
oh,
should
no.
I? Should I? Again, Dapper, that camera just spotting the crosshair. Knows
So
it again.
nice.
In that disciplined corner we always talk about. The worst thing is where it's taken Athena about 40 seconds to walk all the way through spawn to get there, and then Zombs will find him regardless. So F4Q will actually string together a purchase here, and it's looking fully fledged in terms of utility armor. Shazam now with the operator online, going straight up towards ramp.
Okay. If that's the space he thinks he can take, Shaz has now shown that the op is in play towards middle, but that's fine. They're still going for this lean towards that A site. Gonna have to respect the ult. Might give him a little bit more room to work with, take that space towards heaven potentially, but Athena's being slowed down on progress now. There's 3 players towards that CT, at least 1 towards heaven. That's probably gonna step on through his 10s. Oh, he does have a judge, so a little trickier to make that happen. Spike to be planted safely. And the wall just potentially went up. And the Lear with 10s. Anyone here to work off the back? We're gonna wait and find out if anything's presented. Shaz is looking for the freebie. It's not being found, but 10s bounds on in. It's Bunny to catch. Of course it is. He knows better than any who might be coming flying down from this, but Dapper has punished 5K. Shaz still looking for a connection towards the backside of sight, but F4Q are sitting in deep now.
You got their heels dug in, but it's still 4v4. Zombs will find one way in. I think Zumba will respond though. That's a lovely shot there from Zumba. That will force Sick now to consider saving this operator.
Zumba's going walkabouts. Look at him. There it is. What a round from the man. That shot he hit over by Pillar, by backside of elbow. Real sharp. Okay, 3-4. A little bit of a wake up now coming out.
Again, last time, I mean, F4Q did manage to string together 5 in the first half. So again, I guess that's the bar. That's where we set it here. No real gauge of reference we have, but again, the purchase a little odd from Sentinels in the previous. Again, we're talking about them potentially doing some more damage, or Zumba, the last man standing, doing a little more damage towards Sentinels. And there was a Judge, SMG, obviously then Shazam throwing an operator in the mix. So looking pretty chico now in this round. Only Stick to hold on to a classic.
Bunny, speed demon.
Perfect there actually, onto Dapper.
Dapper taking a fair bit of flack, going down to 65 already. Not the ideal start.
Calling
But
my bot.
I think it'll be Shaz who's going to be forced away, if anything. Forced to kind of, not necessarily take the knee, but just fall away from holding that close by. You see Sentinel's trying to find maybe that little margin of error to operate under, but it looks like an A pinch coming out. Straight on up. Bunny's away we go. Just bonks the head. Max headroom has been reached, but he still finds ahead of Zom. So he's still doing fine, just spamming away. And actually, Shaz is just on that other side. Oh, he's got the timing right. Couldn't quite connect. 5K spins in time. Punishes the overpeak from Shaz. He tried to catch that little bit of a timing, but the 3 still remaining. Not being given too many chances now.
Whether or not they can find anything on the back end. Sick will upgrade is classic. 5K though, on rafters. Would just be enabling Bunny to swing on his contact here. And again, I think Sentinel's just opting to make sure as many members of F4Q cannot escape sight. Trying to remove as many of these weapons and force that repurchase as possible, but Tens actually will find a Fina at range. Esperanza good for the trade. Another member spotted.
Last player standing.
Dapper finally shows his hand. F4Q will keep 4 alive leading into the next. So well handled there actually. Again, seeing a level of diligence on the side of F4Q and that post plan, not to give anything away. I said we're 1 round away from a previous performance on this map at least, Lauren.
Bunny just having a tear of a game here. There's something quite sweet about the map that still has Speed Demon on the back, having Bunny doing this on it. Makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. And let's see what he's up to this round. And we'll be on the other side. And op, maybe to shut him down. Yeah, actually posted up here as well. And well, oh, Bunny trying to shut it down! Admin, he's doing it sideways, finds Shaz and now looks for the follow-up. He's still going to try and close the gap. Look at him just taking space. Sheer unadulterated aggression from this player. Says, alright, screw it, I'll have an op, why not? I've seen you over towards there. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Bunny finds Tens. And there's another. Dapper's still up here, and there is that support leading as well. That's sick. 5K's got him there to swing. Dapper does find Bunny. That's a big frag of a pickup. But Dapper is now a little isolated, a little in trouble, and has to respect it. But let's see if Zoms wants to make a play from this. I don't think he's got the timing on it now. That's 5 alive and just bullying their way through heaven.
Crazy actually, with everything on the line financially here for Sentinels in this round. F4Q looking like they might swing a flawless round victory through. We'll have to see if Zoms can do anything here in a 1v5. Tommy actually watching this spawn walkout, so 5K actually go for a wander.
Better luck next
One
life.
for Zoms. You can see he just wants to do damage. So a reset here. Whether or not it will be given another. Yeah, I don't actually think that operator's going to be retrievable regardless, and 3 members will survive here. Bunny actually will pick that one up once again. Again here. I mean, I'm suddenly very interested to see how this half actually concludes here, Lauren. So,
Look at him.
the best thing as well, it's the fake smoke that Shazam tries to dash back into. It's like, oh, it's safe in male. No, no, it's not. There's a gravity well behind that as well.
I see you, observers. Don't think I don't see what you're doing here. I get it. I'm with you. We're all aboard. I've got the song in my head already. And away we go. Now, sadly, the money has been depleted from Sentinels. So this round, I mean, they've got ults galore. But to what end? Light armor. A little more for Zoms. And F4Q have found room here. Now, we all know this game doesn't have necessarily influence on the rest of the tournament standings, as everything from tomorrow onwards is kind of locked in here. But regardless, I'll never turn away from a bit of a show from the man on the screen right now. Bunny looking to post it. No one nearby. They've had to evacuate the site. Like, nah, we're going to give that one up. No point taking the fight on that. No worries. Spike going down, and let's see what damage can be done. Shaz going to pop the knives out.
Can't find anything here. Sick actually, all the way back through Sushi, and we'll find contact at least. So the conflict applied both on both sides. Esperanza will open things up though, but pressure building. Shazam finds 2.
Here we go. Game back on. Rifle now found. Dapper going to be the first one through. And look at this, just pocket that exists here. Shaz went up high. Nothing more than that. He's just going to be having to report what he found. Oh, Dapper! Just a barrel through to the other side, and now it's a mad divide. The wall goes down. Zumba says hello to Zumba. Where is 5K? The defuse is coming in. Sink is just trying to buy time, and they get the round.
Thrifty.
Sentinels will tie it up with a thrifty round victory. Absolute madness to watch, and that pocket created somehow Shazam then comes from the top rope right above it here. The second right click, man, come on. As well, this is on the back of the neural theft, just pinging. It's like,
what?
Oh yeah, there is somebody on the other side of that one.
There's someone there. I mean, F4Q. Overall, all right, voice line, calm it. Up until this point, I'd say they've been playing better in these rifle rounds.
Yeah.
I've actually really enjoyed what they're doing. But that's going to be a little bit of, you know, salt in the wound. Not what you wanted. Yeah. And seeing if maybe Shaz is exploring middle again. We saw that a couple of times. If they're thinking maybe the op's out, want to double check on that. Nothing present. It's 10 sitting towards that heaven side. And Bunny opting for the op.
No, actually we'll be able to cross once again into the same position. This time, again, Sentinels don't really want to re-explore this, don't really want to challenge. So the wall will go up. It will be confirmed on the other side of it. And Bunny actually gets a little bit of a bait here with the Vandal shots ringing out. No peek on the top. Like I said, Sentinels happy to sit a little deeper here.
Bunny. Dangerous games being played.
Up, man.
Hits it. Oh, to sink! Back-to-back, Zumba and Bunny fall, but there's still a little bit of a springboard they could have taken, but no, they decide not to. Dapper spraying him wildly to deny that. Esperanza wishes he could have closed that gap a little sooner. Punish maybe that positioning. Dapper now knows he's surrounded. He's got problems coming his way. One to the right, two up towards heaven. He's still buying time. He's still alive. Zoms gonna find 5K. How have they been unable to just remove him from the scenario? Zoms from up top and Dapper on the eventual trade. That's around this again. Some of these are getting so close in a couple of moments here and there, just swinging it in Sentinel's favor.
Absolutely, and Sentinels, like I said, sitting way deeper than what we've seen in the previous rounds at least. Sick. It's the perfect lineup here. Again, actually unlucky not to find 5K as well behind that. Again, Bunnyman just peeks up.
Against
into heavy.
tens.
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Sure.
There was a wall there, so they're almost reading exactly what's going on. It's going to be a crossfire the other side of it. Bunny has a judge, so I'm expecting him to double satchel somewhere, Lauren.
Let's go, Bunny. Let's go.
You should run.
Oh, lockdown too. Okay. What are you going to do with that? I guess it will force Dapper out. Everyone else is playing a little deeper anyway towards heaven and, you know, screens, so Bunny, timing's everything. There's the satchel, but Shazam having to kind of give this one up, and there goes Bunny, going to close the gap. Not for long though, 6 read him like a book. This time, Sick won't fall for it. That's 2 big kills picked up, and now F4Q struggling for that front line approach as they had everything leading towards heaven now, and the problem is that Tens is up here. Sick still in support, and Zunba is your last one alive.
Himself in a 1v5 situation here. Spiking control of Sentinels, Shazam hopping up across these angles and will find the headshot. It will be a prime gaming flawless to close out a 7-5 half. A mirror scenario from the previous. We're right back to the same expectations here again. Looking towards the second, what can F4Q do differently?
Ain't that the question? I mean, we've had a couple of those players starting to come online here, finding their footing, finding that confidence, and having the follow-up to it as well. But it's still Sentinels. They still have those magic moments. They still have the Shazam mad 2 right clicks. They'll still have a Tens moment. It still happens. But there is still life in them yet. This is still a close scoreline, 5-7. As said, we're going to head back down to the desk to give you a quick little update on their thoughts on this matchup. Yeah, we got you. Don't worry. We're right back into things. 5-7, and we'll see if the proof is in the pudding.
Well, last time they won the pistol.
Right.
They won round 2.
Right.
So there you go. There's your first step dash. That's the first tick in the box here for F4Q to get something rolling in the second half.
Let's see it. Dapper, always ever patient, always ever present. And actually being pressured by 2. That's a big swing coming out from Athena. And 5K there. That's a big victory for them as well. That's a huge portion of the map now they can just kind of leave and lean back away from.
And the fact is Dapper, they know that actually this pressure's going to come through mid. Actually, look at this. Shazam walks into the smoke. Oh. Esperanza called upon here. Lots of damage.
Alive?
Traded, but nobody falls.
How is any of them alive? What has just happened? And Zumba. Oh, sat down below, hearing all these steps, going to call this one out. Sees 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all flooding on down. The waterfall trickling on through towards the site. There's no one else there really to stop them. This would be a retake from the rest of the map now. 1 towards CT, 3 towards heaven. Zombs with the spike plant. And Ten's first to fall. Bunny, great catch on towards that, and away we go. Jumping on down, 5K is the one who's going to be waiting to try and swing this. Zombs catches one out, looks towards heaven, but it's all being traded effectively. F4Q doing exactly what Hypoc, not the doctor, ordered. 6 gone down, and actually, they've picked up the pistol.
Wow. Again, I'm all of a sudden a lot more interested here. And actually, initially, like I said, Dapper falls, and I think F4Q immediately start leaning towards mid. All that pressure comes towards Esperanza.
Yep.
Again, no idea how nobody died in that exchange. First of all,
know.
Shazam, then Tens, then Esperanza. There should have been at least one traded.
Absolutely.
At least somewhere back and forth in that damage trade-off. But at that point, I think F4Q start leaning back towards A because they can feel that pinch coming through from ropes. But able to weather the storm, and actually a pretty clean retake onto B site. See here what's done. Zoms will throw a stinger in the mix. There's a couple of sheriffs as well to work with, so Sentinels want to get something going in round 2.
Right, well, let's see what that looks like in this round. Again, the stinger's kind of tucked in the pocket, I guess, at this point. Not sure how that's going to affect this one.
Again, that's a key engagement there with Dapper just showing a little presence, because I think F4Q can always identify if the rounds where he's solo, if they can close out the kill, or at least just force him away from lurking there.
Guess that helps. Much easier with a pistol at this point. 4 breaks, need to follow. 4 players for Sentinels. Stacking up through middle. Tens will be that final 1-2 punch if they can maybe pressure off this, but it's Bunny on the other side. Holds well for now, down a little bit of chip damage. Esperanza making sure no one's going to subtly slip through. He does have support from the rafters with Zumba. Now Zumba's got other things to worry about. Heaven Control being toyed with, and Tens walks in. Esperanza's going to call out, hey, watch out, there's someone on pillar, they're on site. That's a problem, he's got to deal with this, and he's going to be forcing the fight against Tens. Really well handled by Bunny to come in for one, but Zumba's fallen. Esperanza gets overrun, that's Zoms. Another 3v3, Bunny still close enough by to do some work with this, but waits for support, but he can't control it. Zoms on the swing out, and now it's 5k and Athena, and this looks just fumbly to me.
So the weapons, actually Dapper the only one still with a sheriff here, so he's going to try and bait a little bit of presence out. Athena actually creeping closer and closer towards default, but it's that double stack again. Zoms and Sick. Actually, we'll find the first there with the wallbang.
One enemy
If they go for this, it's just Dapper now.
That was so well played on the way back in. That's the F4Q that's keeping our attention here. 7-7 now. This is all tied back up. And what an interesting round as well. That post-plant looked pretty solid, but able to isolate 3 fights in a 2v3. That's very impressive.
Really impressive. Again, we saw how actually that post-plant setup was ripped apart by Sentinels in the first half. Right here, again, Athena just catches a pixel out of place. Zom's unable to respond, and again, this crossfire so difficult to pull apart. And once again, they will be thankful to Sentinels for their previous round victory. Again, minimal investment from Sentinels here, and you can see, I think utility or armor really going to suffer for that on the back. Rifles across the board. Actually, only 1 rifle on the side of F4Q here. It's in the hands of 5k.
I want to see how much progress he gets here, because they're showing a lot in middle presence-wise. Now Dapper actually will get checked on by 5k, so they're aware that he's progressed further. Normally he kind of lingers a little deeper, but he has tried to build up a little more towards ramp this time.
This is the thing. Dapper will be planting the seeds to make sure F4Q still have to consider that possibility. 5k though. Might catch a couple of friends here, and Tens is the first.
Does Shaz go for it now? I mean...
Hopefully not.
I mean... There's the drop. There's the spray. 5k hasn't moved. And he'll behead Shazam. What is going on? Oh.
It's getting late, isn't it?
It's getting late.
It's getting a bit late.
It's getting a bit late. Yeah, getting a little throwy. Bunny up on top. Here we go. Bunny, the judge, jury, and executioner of this round. Sick and Dapper are down, and it's on Zoms in a 1v5. This is going to be 8, and that's the buy now. Just absolutely destroyed. Unless Zoms clutches out. I mean, hey, we've seen stranger things. Not going to happen here. Bunny with a shutdown, and it's a Prime Gaming flawless here in the rifle. Sentinels, how you feel? How we doing?
We are officially in uncharted territory. F4Q are leading by 1 round. Sentinels are back down on, well, if we look at round 2, a save round, a stinger round, a sheriff round,
yeah,
a Steeko,
no.
Shiko.
We don't run that one.
Baller tried to ship. shave round earlier.
Oh,
I didn't like the sound of that at all. But we'll see if F4Q can build on this now.
And I also...
Sorry. The listenings are nothing short of spectacular in this series already.
I also do want to highlight, some of these teams will play very differently to an extent when there isn't a lot of pressure on them. This is somewhat of a, not necessarily a pressureless game, but there's fewer consequences to this. They'll be like as if Bunny needed more confidence or any of that team, but
we are running dry.
we are. Maybe get a new fresh shipment in. 8-7 though. Timeout has concluded. First 3 rounds garnered, that's fine. But the thing is, obviously, the rifle round is kind of included in that, so the purchase is back down to this.
Let's look at this purchase, and actually, I think Sentinel's chances of winning this round have just doubled.
They are quite high now.
Zoms has a stinger again.
Of course.
So, see what can get done. On the flip side of that, Bunny has a showstopper and a judge, and more often than not, really get something done with that. A little bit of contact in mid. Paint Shell will force that back. Bunny going to send out some more utility just to confirm what they already know. And Sentinels will... Actually, look how close 6 already managed to get there. I'm not sure really it's up, but a lapse of concentration, but we'll find the kill nonetheless.
Hey, nice little nutmeg on that one, just as the smoke fades. I'm just going to make words up for like what happens now.
Yeah.
To be fair, there is a nutmeg in CS. It's when you sit in the smoke, it fades, you can see the opponent before they can see you. Similar. And something that's similar, some of the prior rounds was Bunny doing quite well with the judge, sitting towards heaven. And just holds control here. He's got the support as well from the Sage coming over, just pops a nice little slow. There's no instant trade, there's no way to get into this. And I mean, do you really want to run into that?
30 seconds left.
Oh, Bunny.
Look, oh, actually, he's going to get kept in check there by the gravity as well. And then Vulnerable comes through.
Let's go.
The second layer to that setup.
9 on the board.
It's getting through. No.
Any other game, right? Like, and this I guess is caster bias. The only time that I've ever sat here and gone, I don't need to talk about map 3 yet. Because like normally I'd be saying, well, you know, map 3 Haven, keep it in your back of your mind. So I'm like, oh, this is still not there yet. We haven't had enough of those buy rounds yet from Sentinels. It's still a 9-7, but this is, as you highlighted, uncharted territory for us. We haven't seen F4Q in this position before.
But it'll be an interesting discussion to come back to what we were talking about before this, right? In terms of protecting the map ball. So, okay. I talked about them shutting down Dapper on that lurk, and Bunny will, I guess, start off this round pretty explosively.
I'm all in. Let's go. Let's see what you can do, F4Q. If you really want to challenge Sentinels, who are still the reigning champions, who come in off the back of Iceland and do them pretty dirty in this, why not? Why not? Show me the money. Alfina slows down the piece.
And nothing behind the lockdown though, so and Sentinels we have to just slip back through garage. Nothing detained here, but only 3 left standing. Sick with that revive, but look where it is. It's all the way in sight here. Alfina still in position. She's going to be shoulder peeking. She will get spotted there, but Shazam won't catch him.
Yeah, but the cross is now harder. 5K can kind of retake this position as the wall's now faded, but the headshot's not bad. 5K is going to have to fall away from this now and support that. I mean, they're still sitting pretty deep on A. They are still considering an A piece is coming through. We obviously know that that's not the case. Sentinels are all in on this. Esperanza with a deeper, harder angle to clear, but Zoms with a great shot towards 5K. Zoms looking for the follow-up, but he's not being gifted them now. They are harder to clear out. It's Shazam! Lucky to keep his life on 4 HP, but Bunny and the rest of the gang arrive. We're at double digits. I feel, this feels like a fever dream. What is going on here?
Again, you've got to credit F4Q in that scenario. The ultimate awareness, knowing that Sick is more than likely calling that it should be ending. Actually, the ultimate usage there, the blind coming through at the perfect time onto Dapper. He has to try and break line of sight. But like I said, F4Q, they commit 3 people to hold on to that, to make sure that res can't come through from Sick. And it's back down on that weird purchase that we've seen before. A stinger, a couple of sheriffs, and a blade storm actually thrown in the mix here.
Okay.
See if Sentinels can get anything going this time with it.
Maybe feeling they were still going to try and isolate Dapper or put some pressure. Maybe Dapper trying to explore once again. He's leading that way. There goes in, so Esperanza will know there is further problems coming through towards Heaven. And they actually cleared mid too. Look how deep F4Q are sitting on this. One very backside of heaven by that doorway, one towards, elbow, one back of sight. Tens lapping up this territory, like, where are they? Okay. There he goes out to the right, allows him to check that close left angle. So clearing. Tommy the turret gonna say, yeah, they're up there. But no moves yet from F4Q. They're gonna let Sentinels get right to the door, which is a deadly game. Even with just sheriffs and odds and ends, they're still so deadly. 6 gonna find 5K, and now Bunny and Zumba in a bit of a problematic position. Actually, Zumba has found Dapper.
Player standing.
With an Odin.
With an Odin. Where's an Odin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be another thrifty round win from Sentinels. The second on the half, actually. Have to see now what F4Q have got to work with.
Enemy remaining.
Nice shot on the bunny there, actually. Shazam desperate to pick up the Odin as well.
Of course.
Massive upgrade.
Huge.
Again, he's going to be set up here and get a pretty standard default from Sentinels. Right, Shazam and Ten's going to try and swing out of sewers very quickly. Again, Dapper out on an island. The spy cam set up this time just to kind of pick up on any push coming through, and he is playing a little deeper. It's actually dealt with immediately. He loses his spy cam off the rip there.
Always make me think of Beyblades whenever you say that.
For the rip.
Yeah. Get a voice pack maybe for the boombot for that. That'd be cool. Appreciate it. And Zumba still dedicated towards this.
Doing his best, Mitch, man.
Down to 32 HP. He's doing well. Ten's gonna even kind of close the net. Zumba's in a spot of bother. Okay, no, he's not. He's just fine. Oh, Lord, I thought he was going to follow that up. Sick has traded out, but it's Esperanza who finds Dapper. There's the res coming in towards 10, so he's back up on his feet, and they didn't quite make it over.
It's unfortunate there. Bunny in the perfect position to punish that res when it finally comes through from Sick. Shazam now. Goes creeping forwards, and will actually dash out here. No peek from Esperanza just yet.
Now 5K swings. That's pretty big, though. And the cross could be held. 5K doesn't need it. He's still just fighting Bunny! Just dives on it. Of course he does. And now 10's in a 1v3. 30 seconds.
Left.
3 targets to find. Spike aim to hand. He's got to work for this one. 1. Esperanza tries to slip away. Just keeps his life for now, but there it is. Avina holding the back line. F4Q might win this map, Hypok.
I mean, I said that this is the one where you hope Sentinels can string together on the back of that thrifty victory. They don't. They fall short here. 5K comes up huge on site here. Actually, Sick and Zom's a little wide apart here. Bunny doing bunny things. See what I want to start seeing when we see the player pod of Bunny. I want to see whoever he kills on the other side, their reaction to the death. That's the better montage.
I also would really like a hand cam to see like the sensitivity of his movement, like the combination. Sorry, production. I know it's late. You know.
Look at this though. Again, talking
Hold
about.
on, mid walk. There it is, Bunny waiting for Shaz. He's found him again. Just walking on up. Bunny wins that first fight, and I think 5K's gonna get his. Tip the Fedora, doesn't happen much for Dapper. And the follow-up for 5K. These boys are styling on him. I don't know what's happening. F4Q are potentially to get to 12 against Sentinels.
10s and Zoms left to try and recover this. Both have rifles. I was going to question the purchase once again. It was looking a little flaky around the edges. A sheriff here and there, but the last 2 remaining. Full utility, full armor. Dom's just making sure that...
Aim's on.
Yeah. You just got to make sure your crouch is working before this execute. Esperanza actually jump peeking here. We'll take a little bit of damage as well on the way in.
And... oh.
Last
Yeet.
player standing.
Esperanza finds 10s. And he finds Zoms. We're on 12. F4Q doing the unthinkable. I thought we were going to be in and out of here, if I'm honest. I think that's a fair assessment. I don't... You know what? Some people out there will be that person. But, I mean, on paper, we've already seen this matchup.
Show me your pickings. If you
Show me
think so. Show me your pickings. That's all I want to see.
Fair enough. But...
It's so clean from 5K down the second as well. And F4Q coming into their own, I got to say it.
Sick. And they're confident. They're brimming with confidence. These boys are nuts at the game. We know that already. We know individually they're super skilled, but right now they're showing a great game. And Sentinels look a little lost for an answer, a little, I don't know, lackluster around the edges, and hey, whatever it may be, I take nothing away from F4Q here, but absolutely bringing the fire when called upon. And now it's Bunny. That's one. He wants some more. Nade goes out. He's going to find some more targets. He can't quite find it. Trades come through perfectly. Tens and Zoms still keeping this favorable to Sentinels.
But actually going to be called upon with the Odin now. Zoms will find him. 5K will respond, and that's the spike.
Oh, but Dapper. There ain't no way. Athena, ain't no way. Yeah, Dapper's going to find it. It's going to be down to 5K in a 1v3, but look at the HP. 22, 26, 6. This is so doable. If he gets an individual fight, they are screwed. That's one. He knows there's a judge around as well. He's trying to get the info. Oh, that's so well done by 5K. He's just spotted both players, but how does he get around this? Here goes in, gets denied. Finds one. He knows he's up top. He's already seen this. Can he just make the distance? No! Dapper's caught him! And Sentinel's still alive!
Dangling by a thread. 5K tries to use the dismiss to get as much distance in between him, knowing full well Dapper has a judge, but somehow still loses out in that one. Oh my god. I don't even want to say the word. I don't even want to say it.
Why?
Let's look at this now. Again, the economy just flourishing on the side of F4Q. Sentinels, a Bulldog, and Dapper with the Odin, of course it is. He's the one to carry this one across. But F4Q have like 2 purchases in hand here. Yeah, with the way this is played out,
Ult economy
at this
as
point,
well.
Sentinels are pushed to the absolute brink.
Let's see it. Cheeky little shoulder peek.
Look at the ults.
I know. 4 on it, and Athena's not even that far off. Starting to build up. Ball goes in, and away we go. Sentinel's going to start making plays. Zumba going to try and close the gap. It's 5K to find 10s. It's Zumba to find Sick. I am at a loss for words, and that's saying something, but now it's down to Dapper, Shazam, and Zoms to keep pulling this one forward, or we are going to a 3rd map here. 4Q taking every opportunity given, any chance, any weakness shown, any lapse in judgment, they'll be there punishing it, and 5K and Bunny sat purchased perfectly in this. 5K spots one, takes down Shaz, takes down Dapper, it's all on one! 5K closes it! F4Q win map 2!
How do you do it?
All right, well, here we are. It's the final map of Masters Berlin group stage. It's F4Q, it's Sentinels, and we've got Pansy and Hypoc on the call.
Doug took away our camera time.
They're crazy.
That's in my contract.
Unforgivable.
How will they know who we are? We're into map 3. It is Sentinels taking on F4Q. And I think most people would have thought it was over in 2. But the resilience shown here has been something to thoroughly enjoy. But this may be a different beast. This has been the downfall of many teams' hopes against Sentinels. This map, this is one of the best that they've ever shown.
They're bread and butter almost, you could argue. Here, all to do now, F4Q. Set the bar. They've given us a glimmer of hope. Sick, gonna be the one to lead the way here for Sentinels towards Garage. Zoms will be spotted.
Bomb grenade out.
See,
Concealment.
dash comes through from Tens as well. Actually comes through. Zombo and Athena find the first kills.
How did they get away with this? Athena just got absolutely bodied by Tens, but that's still a 3v3. Great damage on that side take. I thought they were going to be wiped from that, but no. Spike is down, however. We still have Esperanza, Bunny, and 5K looking to play this back in straight through the smoke. No holds barred. It's going to be Bunny, Bunny 1, but 10. He is just standing tall. Shazam with the shutdown. And it will be the first round for Sentinels.
Somehow still, when Bunny just comes swinging out of that smoke, found a kill, by the way.
As you do.
Just behind
As-
Tens' right shoulder. Sentinels will put the pistol round on the board. Again, actually, after conceding the first 2 kills on the way in. Didn't really even slow that AQ from coming through. So SMG's invested. Nothing on the side of F4Q, though. A little bit of utility on the side of Esperanza. Tens, Marshall, shocker. Again, the desk just touched on this towards the end of that segment here. The thing with Sentinels on Haven, it's Sick. Sick is the one you need to slow down on Sentinels' attack in half, because he's absolutely lethal on this Phoenix.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. It just makes you want to play Phoenix. Every time you watch, you're like, maybe I can do that, and then you really quickly realize, no, I can't do that at all. Dapper playing a little deeper as well towards Connect to get himself posted up. Really tricky spot. Xiao's expecting that flank to come in, and he's right. Bunny trying to close that gap a little with the, I think it's just a classic for Bunny. Yeah, it is. Zumba's on the slightly upgraded pistol. And he's over there with his Esperanza. There's swing and does find Dapper for it. So now Sick. Oh no, 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 no. Zumba's found two. How's this happening? And Tens isn't landing shots with the Marshall completely. So a couple of interesting things, but there are still 3 players alive. Tens still happy to treat it like a shotgun. Zumba's going to take his head off. Zumba did very well. And this does seem pretty puggy.
A lot of damage done though. 3 will fall. 10's one away from the Blade Storm, so we see Sentinels make a quick dash to get that online here. All 10's just relies on the Master again. Minimal investment here, even considering it will be their bonus. Zumba making it interesting. Putting that Sherry to work and actually peeking ahead of the flash. Really good anticipation of what Sick was about to do here. Actually, won't know. 10's actually going to opt for a full purchase. So, oh, double satchel.
There we go.
All the way up there.
And the timing, even just being those couple of seconds ahead, you can see it even internally with Sentinels. Oh, Dapper! You've got to be gutted. Sick with a great trade, though. That's fantastic work from him to punish Bunny's aggression. Good luck tempering that, though.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck with that one. So we'll see Sentinels freeze at least for a moment. Esperanza 5k left to hold on to A site. And Sick still not being subtle about this, still showing a little bit of presence, but the Aldrome will only spot 1. That's actually going to be the green light for Esperanza to rotate away. It's the correct call because Sentinels now stacking towards C long, Lauren.
Yeah, good read. Do credit a little of what Zumba's been up to before. Back of that C site, there's a jump peak. Confirms attendance. There are 2 players deep in towards CT as well, so don't forget that. And there's the pop of the ult. Zumba waiting, gonna see him dip back through just to avoid that flash. Gonna deny Sick at least on the ultimate. Now waits for the next follow-up, but that's great work from Tens and Shazam. Esperanza though still lingering on that side. They had that fast rotation, but they've all been dealt with. And now sadly 5k is just a little late to the party. All 3 players are on site and they're pretty comfortable. Well, tell a lie. 1 cell.
See what 5k can get done here on the way back through. Nobody actually holding the smoke right now, so if we can find the first, we will get the dismiss, but got another 2 to find. Shazam will just swing ahead of the curve there. Find his 3rd on the round, and Sentinels, their 3rd on the board.
When's it going to get weird?
Well, depends how many more double satchels we see.
True.
That's usually the first thing we look to. Not a full purchase here. I think Sentinels maybe. Again, things like not looking towards the economy protection and letting Tens ride that Blade Storm out for a round. It's almost like they probably want to make map 3 a little quicker.
Yeah.
Bunny will charge forward again. Into Sue was nothing spotted. Oh, now actually, look at that. The damage rings through 30 HP.
So trouble. Tens has seen him. Yeah, Tens clearing that meticulously, but Esperanza and the gang walking mid. Now they know there's more. Sick with a lovely flash, and the spray is sublime. Sick's gonna be happy with that, dealing with that mid aggression, which was meant to be the ace up the sleeve, really, here. There's Bunny now. All on his lonesome.
Fine Zoms, though.
We nerfing this, or?
Zoms has just not moved at all. He's like, oh, okay then.
Cool. Let's see you next round, boys. I mean, I know people were saying, like, it seems kind of OP, but it also is really hard to do that.
Yeah.
Like, when you see players like, okay, yeah, Tens can do it, Bunny can do it, Heat can do it, they're also nuts, so, you know. I guess, high skill, high reward, I'm always happy for it. Oh, great upgrade for Bunny if he can keep hold of it, but...
I think Shazam's just heard
Shaz
that.
is on... Shaz is slowly, and may not fully committing to it, but he was considering, it looked like.
In 30 HP, so
Standing ahead.
fairly squishy at this point. Whether or not they want to go full force and try and clear this out, though, again, it's not absolutely mandatory. They find this kill. Again, if anything, with Bunny 2 away from his ultimate, it's what you don't want to do. You don't want to feed the beast.
Cool.
I'm not even sure really where, again, Tens was like full clear in that back corner, but readjustment beautiful from Sick. And both kills in mid. Hunter's Fury online now. Bladestorm's still there. Cosmic Divide as well. On the other side of things, again, not an awful lot to make a play off. But the Empress, I guess the Cosmic Divide available for a retake potentially.
Yep.
To see here, Sentinels playing very, very slow in the early round.
Yeah. Sig does have
Here.
the spike, so keep that in mind. If he's the first man forward, ult's going to be popped and they're going to try and close that gap through Garage as this happens. Going to isolate one towards back, and that's Zumba gone, but there's other players here. And they don't know about 5K. This is a new position, and that's going to be awkward. It doesn't work out, and he's made a meal of it. Tens and Zoms in combination do very well here, leaving just Esperanza on his own, and he's over by B side. Yeah, this is clean from Sentinels.
The plant across to Shazam as well with that Hunter's Fury invested. Dapper be the one to find him as Esperanza creeps through. Sentinels now pulling away with this 5-0 the scoreline.
Production, can I make a request? Can we just see Bunny's hand cam if he ever does any, you know, boss pack action? I really want to see him just fly around. You can ignore me, it's fine, but I'd really like that.
Screaming into the abyss right now.
I mean, I'm not on Twitter yet. I will be later.
Is there anybody left in the production truck?
I don't know. I hope so. I've got the voices in my head did say they are still here.
Yeah.
But again, they could be anything
Full
at this
roster,
point.
full attendance.
Full attendance here. And well, in this round, you see a little bit of an early lean towards A. We do see at least Dapper's committed towards this, but Esperanza, is he aware? No. Dapper just a little below the predicted crosshair placement, but Bunny is
so sharp,
so
man.
good.
He really is. It's a joy to watch him in these sorts of scenarios.
Yeah.
Sick now. We'll creep towards him. See now, Sick got to be careful. He didn't spot him to the left. Oh, he'll still find it though.
There.
It's not the prettiest work we've seen. We take him. Oh, Bunny's on an island.
The Cosmic Divide to try and bail him out of this
Oh,
corner
Bunny,
here, or at
go
least
on.
give him something to fight from.
Oh, he predicted it too. 5K already had it on ramp. He's got two of them, Tens and Shaz, but Zoms. Oh, Athena, I thought you were dead then. Now the gap is getting closed. Keep an eye on the flank coming in. That is slowly building behind, and Zoms will be struggling to hear that.
You got light armor, dude. Don't be jump peeking that.
Stop. 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 Bait's sufficient. Zumba is closer. And now he waits. Sitting in his trap, the wild Zumba strikes. And we get one back for F4Q.
One on the board, the lost bonus reset, but again, a great round from Bunny here. Again, I thought there was a chance he wasn't going to full clear this, but again, that's the hand cam I want to see. I want to see Bunny effectively break his wrist to find that kill.
Snapping wrists, man. So I just feel like his sense ain't that high anyway. You know, he's just like
look it, no.
absolutely just pouring that over. He's got a judge. Is this the one?
Get out of my way.
Let's see, Six gonna take long. This is only gonna spur him on. If I was Bunny, I'd be such a tantalizing prospect to try and get over towards it.
I think 2 spotted on the recon bolt there, which probably saw the rest of Sentinels sit a little deeper in lobby, but with 2 committed to site and Athena still in a position to rotate from Link. Let's see, will they spot anything actually? Now Tens would have been the one pinged on the recon bolt anyway, so nothing extra gained on the back of that, Lauren.
It looks like they were considering leaning, I think it was Athena, a little closer. And they probably should now. Now they know there's, Esperanza in so much trouble, he needs to be bailed out.
What?
But how did Esperanza find that and then 5K deny the ult run up from Sick? I have no idea. I have no idea how they're still alive right now. That looked like the perfect hit. Bunny is just bounding in wildly, just holding down mouse 1. I am not loving that at all. What just happened? They had everything. They just got so throwy. Why?
Zumba, last man standing. He's going to try and walk the Molly. He will find the kill.
Oh my
to
God!
Down
Just
A.
one left to deal with. It's Shazam, but he will hold the line. 6-1 Sentinels. A weird and wonderful round. Yes.
Absolutely weird.
Yes.
So how does he get this? Oh, okay. Of course, that's how you hit it.
Obviously.
Obviously, that's my bad.
I wish my Bulldog did that. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
If anyone's wondering.
It doesn't
definitely
do that.
doesn't.
Spike down A.
Bunny though as
Bunny
well, like he literally
is
just he blast backs in, whatever it is that's pinging him the entire time. Yes, he sat behind the smoke and behind the double box, but At the point he gets to the judge there, he's like, oh my god, there's nobody here. There's nobody else here on site. We've killed everybody already.
5k bought a rifle? And he's dead?
Yeah. Oh. Where's Mitch Brown with the telestrator, honestly?
Get him out. Wheel him out. Get the eyeliner back on and put him on the stage.
Little theft will get popped again.
Rifle recovered.
Yeah, Athena actually's got it, and he will find a kill. Shazam will fall. It's a 3v3 now, Lauren.
Of course
Of course it is.
This is something else. Spike's going down. Fnatic rolling in their graves. Going, why couldn't we do some of this weirdness? I mean, 6-1's pretty commanding for Sentinels still,
Yeah.
but you know.
Standing ahead.
Let's have a look.
2 rifles and a Hunter's Fury on the way back in, though, and Esperanza looking
Enemy
to get faster about this. They're both in the corner as well.
Okay.
The lockdown's going to keep them in this corner.
Yeah, I mean, Dapper is just saying to Sick, do not come near me, don't throw me down that well with you. Sick will be caught off, pulled off the spike defuse for now.
But the half's done.
And exactly that, half has been stuck, can it be denied? Great connection from Zoms, whether he knew it or not. Zoms finds them all! He doesn't even need to see them in this.
On them.
There's a moment there, again, with the lockdown, the Hunter's Fury forcing them into that pocket at the end of long, but again, the spray through the smoke, perfect here. Actually, is this the second one here? Yeah, the connection onto Esperanza and then onto Bunny. Beautiful clear up in the end. Again, F4Q throwing everything but the kitchen sinker that round.
Pretty much.
We're back on a purchase now. 1,500 left, though, overall. Again, it's the point where we get towards the loss bonus not really equating to much in the follow-up, unless they can win this cleanly.
Enemy mark.
It's a fair bit of info found. Athena
The second player spotted as well.
getting so much value from this. Six gonna go ahead early, trying to offset that timing. He actually gets it, especially with that ult leaning on in. Athena's been punished for it. Tens horrified. The Zumba! He hears the damage, he knows it so well. And now Zoms just being that little bit further aggressive, pushing up the confidence in this man is wild to be doing this.
Dapper will thread his way into the backside of B as well. 5k now going to be called upon to make sure that lurk doesn't come into effect. And Bunny's actually the one to find it, so we'll find one, but lots of time eaten up already, Lauren.
They're about to push CT. They've stopped, and they've fallen back towards logs now. Molly in towards CT. Bunny can no longer find that access point.
I'm going to give this up.
Yeah. And they fall away.
There's little things there. Again, the run it back popped at exactly the same time as the recon bolts floating across, and Athena has a dilemma faced to him. Again, all that pressure coming towards Platt as well. This is one thing as well. The way that Sentinels play around Sick is ultimates. Again, it's difficult to make it work, right? Yeah, it's a free trade, but it's those tiny little additions that make it so much easier. It makes Sick's life so much easier to find value from that. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. You'll see Athena look up. He's trying to deal with the recon bolt. It's a
Three
freebie.
things at once.
It's gifted to Sick. Talk about gifted. Tens.
Quite gifted at the game.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't even need line of sight.
Nope. 8-1.
They will actually... Well, yeah, again, buying down to about 1,000. I mean, Bunny down to 100, but he only needs a judge.
Yeah, he's fine.
It's a safe round for
Ooh.
Bunny.
There he goes. They're all leaning into this too. Taking a bit more of that space off back by Sewer. Has been considered by Bunny, but a hard peak to deal with when there's two of them double swinging that. Really good intentions again from Sentinels. Just seemingly always very aware. Even with that molly to clear out close, everything's very considered in their approach. Even if it looks quite fast and loose at times, it really is covering so many bases.
Again, straight away, they lean away from this. Sentinel's not seeing, well, at least seeing something they don't like. So we'll try and capitalize on a little bit of space elsewhere. Athena actually going to be the one to find it. It will fall immediately.
Absolute banger of a shot as well.
Spike planted.
Now you got 3, and then 2 of them were on the weaker buy. We did have the rifles coming out for Bunny and Esperanza. Now, sadly for them, they're all kind of locked towards a similar scenario coming in back from that B connector, and Tens is watching that cross for now. Does have the support as well from Sick by his side. Flash ready as soon as contact may be made. Or vision gets removed, and they line up for him. He's going to get one. The flash, I'm sure, considered, but not used yet. Now, flash goes in. Sick makes the push. He finds one. Finds two! Oh, the man's living up to his name. Absolutely sick play there, catching F4Q on the way back through.
9-1 now, F4Q. See what's left in the bank. I don't think it's going to be an awful lot. Again, did buy down to around 1,000. This is where that loss bonus does come into effect. Athena lined up perfectly by Sick to open this one up. Readjustment of the bunny there. Filthy.
Holding it down.
At least they're still laughing off. That's what you want to see. With this late in the day and it's 9-1.
I mean, they picked up a map over Sentinels, the reigning
That's the accolade.
champions.
That's the accolade in itself.
Not many people can say that, Alan. It's a very short list. Esperanza. Good shot on one. While still being challenged, obviously, as Tens is right there. And now, Bunny on an island. He's got a judge. Okay, he's managed to stay somewhat unnoted. Takes the wind out of Tens' sails. Tries to make a run for it right into Zombs. There's no one like him. He's going to post it. Doesn't quite find the target he wanted, but it buys him a second or two. Now he knows there's more. He's still alive and he's bought time. What a beast of a player, man.
Nade reset as well. Dapper actually gets caught up in the middle. What?
Get out of it.
He actually swept him out of the corner, but Zumba and Athena will find the response there. 3 will survive.
Last round in the
4Q
half.
post their second. Big Bunny able to just stay here for so long. Caused so many problems for Sentinels getting on the way in again. Zombies is like, oh, is he in that smoke? I'll post up. I'll hold the smoke. No.
But,
No. No, you won't.
I think it's been a while since I've seen a player have so much personality in the way they play.
Yeah.
And it works. It's actually viable. It's not just absolutely throwing. It's really nice to watch.
Making your scene plays out here in Berlin.
It's a name I didn't expect to be
Get
here
out
in
of
this
my
week.
way.
Love to hear about that. Shazam. Once again, gonna have a rough time, and here comes the ult to fall off the back. And Sick says, well, how's that corner feeling? Sprays in, punches him again. Sick just making the most of it now. Sens can now fall off the back of that information. He knows there's another nearby.
Okay.
That's Zumba gone. And now Bunny and Esperanza, once again, feeling a little left out in the cold.
Through from Sick again, spot one out. Esperanza will actually find the kill, but down to 11 HP now. 10 still with those blades. Okay, I was going to say those blades online, not for much longer now. F4Q bring it to a 2v3, but it's difficult to crack back through here on the C site.
Bunny.
Well, a valiant attempt.
It was a valiant attempt indeed. 10 to 2. So, half-wise,
Switching sides.
quite one-sided here.
A little bit. You could say that.
Yeah.
If you were to look at that scoreline, you could probably deduce that Sentinels are pretty far ahead.
Sentinels currently are in the lead. Thank you for that hard-hitting analysis there coming out from Hypoc. I wonder what the desk has to say about this one. Guys, take it away. Yeah, we're ready to go, bud. Don't you worry about it. We are ready here. Thank you once again for the hard-hitting desk segment there. The main note I got there was, have some fun.
Yes.
Yes.
That's... I'm a firm believer in fun, actually. Don't know how much fun you can have at this point, but we'll wait and see. Again, Bunny's the one I look towards. I know James is saying, you know, who do we want to see make some moves here? A very, very...
Got it.
Yeah?
I got this
Okay,
fight.
good.
It was like literal and then like a metaphor too.
Thanks. You're still with me here, yeah?
I'm just
Brilliant.
about holding
Brilliant.
on. Oh no.
It's a slow start, Lauren.
It
We're at
is, can you tell?
nearly a minute on the clock. Actually, 10's nearly catching 5k on the cross, but no visible confirmation here, at least now. But it'll be F4Q to hit this rotate. Dapper posted at the top in his spy cam, so going to catch this information nice and early as well.
He's trying to watch, see if they can see that cross, and thank you, observers, for showing that POV. It looks like he was aware of at least a couple of players on that side. Now, I was looking towards that Reyna to see if they're going to catch any audio cues of those rotations. Actually, there wasn't much, but it does get a really early lean towards his site. So Tens is now a little cut off from the rest, but he's read it. How is he predicting that 5K's hit, and how has he missed those shots out of the ones he normally hits? Madness. Already though, side hit now going to be pressured. 5K's found him, 25 seconds now. 5K on the swing. Shaz was close by, keep in mind. He wasn't far off from this rotation. But they've had to respect this for now. Enough utility has dissuaded this retake to begin just yet.
If F4Q could make this man advantage work in their favour, Sick will be the first. Swing out. Still got one flash actually spotted just the second there. We'll find it, but Buddy good for the trade. See what else Sentinels can get done on the way back in here.
Oh, Dapper! That is so smart! But it's Zumba who finds him in the end. Nice try to kind of break down that double stack towards Hell. And F4Q are right back in this. This could be a long, drawn-out series here, Hypoc.
It already is.
Oh, that's true.
To
It
be
is
fair.
a third map, yeah.
It is.
Not bad. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, do we see Sentinels respect this? Well, Dapper will throw a shorty in again. Expect a pretty ratty setup from him once again. It was looking pretty ratty in the first, in the pistol, but Sheriff thrown in, bit of utility on the side of Sentinels. We'll see SMGs across the board and a ghost in the hands of Esperanza. Again, looking for a clean victory here. Carry these across and then, again, potential to convert the bonus if it's there. Dapper with the exact same. Again, the fact that he can come to C, they probably didn't get a decent feel for exactly how Dapper played the pistol round. It's going to be the same spy camp, same cage. He will tuck into the corner at the top of long.
Nice little self-sufficient setup. Does have Sick towards Garage just to supplement that position.
Bomb buddy out.
Just clearing through. Sick has fallen away by him now, but you can see them starting to clear towards A long too.
Yeah, let's actually pull a rotation through. 5K will find 10s on the way in as well, so both Zoms and Sick going to come up here, and Shazam will be found as well. 2 killed. Actually, Sick will find that. What? I don't know how, but might not account for much because Dapper now the last man standing with a shorty, and I doubt he's going to get close enough to make a good go with this.
No. Now, you ever seen the Rat King in action? Look at this. And here we see the rat scurrying towards the wall, shorty in hand, waiting for any unassuming players to crest the corner. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to find a way back in. At most, he catches someone just like exiting Hell, but no one's there.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either, Hypoc. If he did, though...
That's how you might achieve it.
That could
That's how you
happen.
might
It
achieve
could happen. Look. Never say never, as Justin Bieber once said.
Is he famed for that phrase?
I believe so.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
F4Q, an opportunity here at that bonus round we were talking about. We force, and actually Esperanza now will throw a rifle in the mix. 5K too, actually.
Okay.
Actually, the Empress and Cosmic Divide probably the closest in terms of ultimates here, but like Bunny might opt to double satchel in here. This is set up towards that side on lobby. Here we go very, very quickly into sewers. Look at this though, 10's actually going to wrap back around behind him.
It's a nice way to punish the amount of space the Bunny can get, because he is going to be further ahead than the others. They probably don't expect someone to thread the needle. And yeah, Tens has done just that.
Nobody
Big punish on
watching
Bunny. And they just didn't expect someone to push up,
Oh
but look
my
at that
God.
aim! Tens! He is just truly far too talented at this game. Athena's dead. Don't come this way. You got the
Stop
spike.
leaking.
Go away. Go.
Please.
Look, there's a graveyard over here.
Last player standing.
Don't go
Spike
near
down.
it.
C.
No more.
You all are wonderful.
Right, well. Do you know what? Esperanza's outside A lobby here. I'm not sure what... Is he looking at the back of window? Because the only thing that can backstab Bunny is somebody walking up long. Again, he gets up there, and I think initially Bunny's just about to turn around. You can see, yeah, look, he's actually coming back this way here. The second shot was so clean. The third, just as clean as well.
Spike down. C.
But of course, the sprays.
Yeah.
Prime Gaming flawless. What a way to get to 11.
So actually a full reset on the side of F4Q, and we'll force this repurchase. 5K down on a Spectre. The Empress available. Bunny, once again, the man to lead the way. And he will actually find 10s this time. Shazam solo on this side of the map now, but you can see considering that rotation, but it will come back through after no follow-up on that contact. F4Q look like they want to lean towards C. Zom's actually spotted on the jump peak there by Athena. I'm sure if it was noted though, he didn't really react to that.
No, and
there's no ping on the minimap either, so...
Now 5K's explored far enough that they're probably getting a little nervous that there's no one here. But here we go. The players for Sentinels are on C, and that's sick.
Man.
Makes his debut and looks good at it. Shaz has now walked past 5K, and he's caught them on the way back.
Oh, no.
It's a nasty round. Shaz is going to give them flashbacks to Tens and Sewer. 5K can punish Toms,
Player standing.
but Shaz just found Zumba, so you're going to see 5K doing whatever he can, but it's a 1v3, and he can't get past Dapper. It's 12 on the board.
Sentinels now put themselves on map and series point. F4Q not going to have an awful lot left in the tank in terms of the economy here. I think actually, initially, it's only really going to be the Empress available as well. It is, yeah. Bunny still not on that showstopper. Nothing else to play with here. A Judge, a Guardian, another Judge, actually.
Go full Bunny.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm all in.
It's got to be the one to find something here. Shazam actually set up for a preemptive Hunter's Fury, it looks like. It will be just that.
Away we go. Bunny looking towards, heading towards B. There he is, going to chase this down. Shaz none the wiser.
God, man.
Say hello to Bunny and the Judge. Dapper's on the site. He's managed to find a way around. Now there's problems. Athena knows he's in trouble. Dapper's done him dirty just right back off the back of it. And the lineup, Dapper still finds Bunny. Zumba's right there, but now it's just Zumba in a 1v3. He's going to find one, but it's all for nothing. Zom shuts it down.